Society has lied to you. Let me tell you why. In our society, in our day and age, everybody says it's okay to go and hook up with people and go out and smoke the weed and go out and drink the alcohol, even though they know that there's consequences. They say it's okay. They say it's something that everybody should go through. I had watched a video of some girl telling and giving advice to women that their 20s should just be full of fuck ups, that their 20s should just be full of basically just hookups and random sex everywhere they went. And let me tell you, I think that that is probably the worst thing that you could possibly do. I had the perfect opportunity to go do the same thing a few weeks ago, and I didn't take it because it doesn't match with my morals. It doesn't match with who I want to become. And I think society has made all of these things so normal that as a young man, you're lost. You don't know what to do because somebody in your ear is telling you to do this, and somebody over here is telling you to do this. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about the consequences. Nobody cares about what's going to happen. Nobody cares about God, basically, is the whole argument of this. And it's really sad. You know what I mean? I go to the gym to improve myself, to get better as a man. And I'm walking around and I'm just seeing these chicks wearing basically fucking nothing, walking around seeing these dudes wearing basically fucking nothing, chasing validation from a world that crucified a perfect man. None of that shit makes sense. You're trading your values for the worldly values. You're trading who you can become for who the world wants you to become. And I think that's the wrong way. By any means, you don't have to listen to me. You could do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm sitting here and I just realized that a lot of the things that we're battling with, it's our fault. We're battling with depression and all of this fucking garbage because of us, because of ourselves, because we're sitting here scrolling on the damn phone all day long. You know what? If I was 14 years old again, I don't know how I would live life in this current day. You know, I mean, social media was still a thing when I was 14, but it's not as major as it was as it is now. You know, if I was fucking 14 to 18 years old, I'd be looking at these guys and be like, dude, I can't compete. Like, why the fuck am I even gonna try? Like, I can't compete with these guys that have these amazing women that look great and are performing great, and you just can't compete. You know what I mean? And I think that's the point that we have gotten to of constant unauthenticity with ourselves as we're going on society's norms right now. I mean, I understand that making money and hustling is a society norm as well, but I want to provide for my future self and for my future family. So I'm putting in the work today. I'm building the seeds in my garden so I can have butterflies come into the garden later. So who am I to talk? Who am I to say that you shouldn't do things that you want to do? I'm nobody. I used to do all these things, and I used to go on society's norms because I thought it was okay, because I thought I wasn't doing any harm. And I mean, with sex and all of these things in general, it's a huge soul tie. I'm a firm believer in soul ties, and when you go out and hook up with some random person or you're on these dating apps and all you want to do is just smash, you're not building any real connection. And I think this is why people nowadays are so afraid to date or so afraid to go out and talk to women or talk to guys, vice versa, because social media has inflated everybody's ego. They don't want to get rejected. They don't want to go out and talk to the girl and be like, oh shit, well, she rejected me, so now I'm going to crash out and go smash a whole bunch of other ones. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? I think revenge in a relationship circumstance is the complete stupidest thing you could do, especially as a man. If you find out your girl just cheated on you, why are you going to go out and try to get revenge? Go out and better yourself, bro. The best revenge is becoming the best version of yourself, because now she's not going to have access to you. Now she's not going to be able to get to you. And you want to sit here and go and hook up with her friends or her mom or her sister. Like, what are we doing here? Society has just gone in a downhill spiral. And I've literally watched it go down. I've talked to people in the gym and it's like, dude, like, I don't want anything to do with you. I hate to say that, but like, what am I going to do? I can't save them if they don't want to be saved. I can't help them if they don't want to be helped. So it all comes down of how bad do you want to change your life? If you want to change your life significantly, put down a shit. Stop doing all these things that society has made such a normal thing. Today I made the huge leap to stop vaping and stop nicotine, hopefully. So we're gonna try and be very consistent with that. And the only reason why I started that was because it was a society norm. It was something that made me feel good in stressful situations. So I kept doing it and I kept doing it. And then I wondered, I'm like, dude, I can't think. My brain is so foggy right now. My dopamine is through the fucking roof. I also deleted Instagram today. I want to see how far I could go, but without having all these external circumstances holding me back or putting me in a situation that I don't want to be in. Like, I understand business wise and making money and Instagram is going to help you. I had an addiction, bro. I had an addiction. At any free time that I had, I was sitting here fucking scrolling. And that was because of society's norms. We've made that shit so normal. Instead of going outside, instead of eating whole foods, instead of not maximizing our fucking dopamine, we've made everything that shouldn't be normal. And then we wonder why we feel like shit. We wonder why we don't want to get out of bed. We wonder why we don't want to go outside. We wonder why we don't want to go talk to anybody. I talked to an old timer today, and it really changed the perspective of the way I think, bro, because this is the first genuine conversation I've had with anybody in fucking months. I can't have a conversation with somebody my age without them talking about some brain rot or some sex or, oh, look at that girl, or some weed or anything stupid. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. If it doesn't make me money, I don't care. If it doesn't make me happier, I don't care. If we're not exchanging value, why the hell am I even in that conversation? Yeah, and don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm perfect, right? I'll go out sometimes, or I'll be at the gym, be at the grocery store, and be like, damn, she looks good. 95% of the time, I say, damn, she looks good, and move on with my fucking life. Because I don't need an extra distraction right now. I'm trying to build something exponential, and I don't need something to hold me back. I don't need something to get in my way right now. And I don't think that we should make this hookup culture normal, because people my age, I'm 20, we've genuinely lost human connection. We don't know how to fucking talk to each other. Like, everybody's unavoiding eye contact and closed body language. What the fuck is the point? Like, bro, I know I'm yapping hard right now, bro, but it really makes me sad to see what society has become. Like, women and men are going against each other right now. This girl did this guy did this. I understand that things happen, bro. I had my fair share of things happen to me with women, and it fucking sucks. I understand that, but you're wasting more time holding a grudge on that person than just forgiving and forgetting. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit because it's like right in my fucking nostril. So I don't really want that. But anyway, that's just what I'll tell you guys, is try not to make the things that society has made so normal. They're not normal. It's not a normal thing to sit here and have 15 different people on your damn phone. It's not normal to sit here and be in a talking stage every other fucking day. Like, it's really not, bro. If you want to win, if you want to get to where you want to go, it's all about doing things that other people aren't doing. And most of the time, society gets caught up in the trap of, I just want to drink, I just want to smoke, I just want to do these things that I know aren't going to benefit me in the future, but it's going to make me feel good in the now. You kind of got to stand out, bro. I think that's what I've realized about talking to highly successful people, is that they break rules. They don't do everything that they're told to do. They don't sit here and clock in every single day. They don't sit here and, do shit that they don't want to do. I mean, yes, they do. That's a horrible analogy. But, like, you guys get where I'm saying. Like, you got to break some rules to get to where you want to go. And I think if you don't break rules, like, you're kind of just living in an ocean of a life. Like, you're just drifting along, hoping that you get somewhere. And hoping for the best, which I don't think is the way to live at all. I think you can pave your own path. I think there's no issue with paving your own path. I think there's no issue at all with becoming the person that you want to become because of yourself, because of you. I don't think there's an issue with that at all. People are going to call it selfish, but you really need to be selfish in this life. You need to learn to say fucking no. You'll learn to save money. You'll learn to save time. You'll learn to save energy when you say no to doing what society has made normal. I just wanted to make this video, bro, to make sure that a lot of you guys don't get lost, because I understand how easy lust is. I understand how easy temptations are. I understand how widely available everything is. But I think if you want to build something for yourself that's extraordinary, you'll learn to avoid those things. You'll learn to push past those things. You'll learn to focus on your purpose and not focus on things that are going to drag you down. But yeah. So I just would say to say no, bro. Learn to say no. Learn to keep your boundaries. Learn to keep your learn to keep your energy to yourself. Learn to do the things that you want to do for yourself, by yourself, because you want to improve yourself. It's very simple, man. It's not too difficult to avoid the temptations.